Okay, this is possible to see now. I just found a new way to make sure the videos look nice. Okay, so I don't know yet on Instagram, but in Facebook I know that I might now able to read, because right now you read Agam Vark. So we need to find a way to flip it, but nevertheless it will be on YouTube. Okay, so here we go. Last week, a big adaptation week to the new settings, or to a new idea of increasing the amount of work, but also some really good outcomes. So let's go. So Monday, guys, really covered everything. 4 training sessions in a day. Wow, really interesting. Tuesday, only touch, no touch overall. So Tuesday was like, wow, kind of, trying to recover from that. Wednesday, I did move, so a little bit of what is movement, round up in here. Thursday was really cool as well. So I gave class, and I have one of my students coming in. So twice Krav Maga, and then what is it? Twice Krav Maga. Then Friday again twice. So this was pretty cool. I had Krav Maga with Portugal. Wow. What a great time in there with the folks. And then on Saturday, man, really good. My son and I have a new, and for my training partner, Enrique, okay, my son. So we did a bit of BJJ, Gracie BJJ, and we did a bit of stretching as well. So okay, so probably not exactly what the whole load of the week was, but much more interesting in terms of filling up the tank with positivity, but also with what's called a thought process for the future. So that was really interesting, because we'll talk about this, one of the things that I'm reading from the Jim Quick book is about what's called limiting beliefs. These are the things that you put in your mind that are like, for example, for years I've tried to train with my son. It didn't work because for many reasons, because probably I'm not patient enough as well. And this happens with people like me that are instructors, and like we want to put more things out there. We're gonna put more work out there. We're gonna teach our family, and sometimes our family is not. Who wants to learn the geekiness of a technique? So not everyone is like you, but that doesn't mean that we are not able to have fun and train and learn with the ones that are close to us. And those are the first ones to reach out. In this case, even if these are your students, I had a very amazing talk with Ian Abernathy. He came into the podcast as well. And one thing that we need to realize is not everyone is like us. And we need to find that connection and to find the ones that are like us so that we can connect more. But it's also okay and good to connect with others that are not like us. It's okay. And you'll see this structure appearing whenever you have someone walking into your class. Some folks in there are there for the full thing. Other folks are there just to go there twice a week, man. That's it. Which ones do I prefer to work with? All. But because I'm doing my mission as a teacher, if I give them the different things, it's not only the geek of the geek. Okay, so that was really something fun, and that I also learned with my son, because we had a lot of fun and we did practice. We practiced really hard. So really good week in here in terms of the whole Did I accomplish a lot of the objectives? Not at all. We had overall this has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 64, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 64, 20%, 30%. Okay, 30% week. So, what to learn from a 30% week? That's the key thing in here. And let me go to the planning of this week, because that's where things are more important. But take a look into this while I pick up the eraser. So here we go. Got the idea? It was really a cool plan, but a plan needs resources to help you with. That's another learning from this week. So I'm gonna remove this from here, remove the week. Okay, and today's topic has to do with beliefs, okay? Before we move into the planning, because the planning is just the idea. Beliefs or limiting beliefs, stuff that you put in your head that you say, I'm unable to do this, or I'm not like that person that has big legs, that can kick very hard, or I'm not like that person that knows everything about the ground fighting. Or even, I am not that person that wants to know about self-defense. Or even, I am not that person that is able or wants or the person that does not have fun in training. All of those things are things in the head. Hey guys, thanks for joining. So, when you put those limiting beliefs in the head, the first thing to do is to name them. Name them. I'm going to give you 3 techniques to try to overcome them, okay? 3 techniques. The first one is name. Name it. For example, my limiting belief is that I'm not able to overcome high-level performance, very high level, or very high level. Sometimes what I do is I do it well until a certain level, but then that extra step, because I've been there probably many years ago, I felt I cannot go there. So name it. Name it. In my case, it's a voice in the head saying you are unable to go to the next level. Okay, so it's important to name it. Okay. Then frame it. Frame it, or in this case we'll call it reframe. It's called reframe it. And reframe it is a way that you flip the way that we think about the limiting belief. So for example, I'm unable to perform at a high level. The reframe is sometimes I perform at a high level. Many times I'll perform at a high level. I will always perform at a high level. And the brain needs to go in there. So name it, frame it, and then third, date it or data it. So go back and pick up data around from those things regarding our limiting belief, which one it is. In my case, I'm talking about high-level performance or certain thing. I go into an exam and the exam doesn't go well. I need to go back to the exam. It doesn't go well. Man, that thing makes me think that I'm unable to pass in an exam. But then, so So name it. The example is I'm unable. So you flip the coin to I'm able to. You flip it. It's a mindset. It's a mind game. Then you put some data into that. I'm able to do 50% of high level. So I know that I can go into there. My mind is secure in there. It's no longer insecure saying I'm unable to do it. You see the flip? Okay. And then the fourth strategy is get a character. So what this does is, whenever that thing comes into your mind, it comes up as a very bad character, okay? So whenever that thought of, you are not able to pass the exam comes in, I see it coming as a, like one of those superheroes that are with very bad costumes, that are like very gross. I was like, okay, you are there, I don't want to talk with you. So I move myself to that. I'm able to perform in 50% or more on this. So you see the reframing again, 50% or more. Number 5, work on positive discipline. What does this mean? Is that you go back to the things that you are doing well and you add another one in there, even a slightly one. So that the next stage, not 50, it's 60, but 60 is 70. And that's how the mind comes in, okay? So that's the limiting beliefs way to go through them. There are many limiting beliefs. I'm short, I'm small, I'm fat, I'm X, I'm Y, I wasn't taught enough, whatever. There are hundreds of them. Pick up the ones that you have that are more, into you. Use the method. The method is not mine, it's from Jim Quick. It is explained in a different way, but this is the overall idea. It's a 5-step reframing of the limiting beliefs for yourself, so that whenever you engage in learning, in going to Krav Maga, in this set of hard environment, you are able to you have a strategy in your head. And for example, I know that I have a hard time fighting a certain type of fighter, someone that is very good on managing all distances. It's very hard for me. Okay, I'm much better on this game, on the game of closeness and in the game of emotion. Okay, it's my game. I need to get. In my case, to get while I was fighting, or even when do sparring, for me to get down in the game of the closeness, you need to hit me very hard, because I live well in that emotional side, and I'll find a solution over there. But if I start to get someone that manages my space, man. So what's the limiting belief in here? Is I'm unable to perform against someone that is around a spherical fighter. He moves around, he controls all the distance, he has very good techniques. I am unable. The change is, I'm able to confront the spherical fighter in certain areas, okay? I'm able to confront the spherical fighter, the one that moves around, that has a lot of controls in this. I'm able to confront him in the corners. So then I start building it from the corners. Then I bring it to the middle of the game. Then from the middle of the game, I'll bring it to the closeness. And then suddenly I'm able to do 50% or 60% of the fighting against the round fighter. Then I will, okay, when I see the round fighter, I see he's pulling this game, I got it. It doesn't look well. So I go back and I reframe it. And then I need to work on that positive discipline, okay, to start adding more blocks into this. And as I moved and as I approached in my life spherical fighters, I became one of them. I became the worst thing that I could fight. So So that's a way to frame it, okay? Very, very applied to the martial arts game, as you find someone that has this type of amazing capabilities all over the place, but not a specific one, okay? Someone that can surround you, or in this case can have that. Clear it is? So that's a belief changing system in 5 steps, okay? In Facebook you can see the 5 steps in there, but name it, frame it, data it, because data is really important. Data, asking someone or looking into the aspects whenever you had that limiting belief that really were not a success, because the head plays a big game in here. Name it, frame it, data it, get a character and work the positive discipline. So a 5-step approach that will allow you to start going to the limiting beliefs and move them out. Okay? The limiting beliefs are also good. I don't see them as a bad thing, but they are important to be worked upon. Okay? One of my another one that I was talking with you guys is obviously I always said I cannot train with my son. Cannot train with him. No. Okay? The limiting. So I'm able to train with my son if the class is fun. It's like I'm unable to do fun classes. So, you know, so starting from the I'm unable and then changing the verb to I'm able to, and then getting data on which ones have. And then when that thought comes in, the unable, you put a bad character on it so they can recognize it immediately and then push it away. And then you start working on building more situations that allow you to build the positive verb. Not BS, it just works, okay? And there is enough data around here. James Clear, Jim Quick, all of these people have done processes to do this. Let me take it off from here. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm not gonna say it's the easiest part, but I do have a lot of help in here, okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The 4 blocks of the day, noon, PM, and night, okay? Well, I hope you can see it, but there we go. So what's gonna happen in the morning? And instead of crazy 1-hour things, we'll have 20 minutes in the morning every day. Now that's the commitment, okay? I was doing with 30 minutes, but at least 20 plus. 20 plus. At noon, the same thing, 20 plus move but I'll change how this is being worked out. MovNat plus Krav. At noon it will just be conditioning, okay? 20 minutes of conditioning. And this is Seal. In the PM, I got my son with me, so that's gonna be really fun. We'll do some BJJ and I'll give class. And at night we need to recover, so definitely the thing more important in here is go to a good stretching, a good stretcher plus yoga routine, okay? So TRS plus, so this is a typical Monday. The same thing from Monday applies to Thursday, okay? Because it's a big day. MovNat plus Krav, that's the 20 minutes in the morning. Noon, conditioning, SealFit. Same thing with Enrique, BJJ plus Krav. Oops. And at night, TRS plus yoga. Okay, that allows us to recover really, really quick and help out in here. Tuesday, I think the mornings work well with this 20 minutes routine, so I will just ask for something novel in here. MovNat plus Krav, but in here I'll focus on speed and MovNat plus Krav. In here I'll focus on jumping. That's more of a strength routine. Jumping. So this is the Wednesday morning. Friday. MovNat plus strength, and then Saturday we'll change everything on Saturday because the body needs to get them changed. At noon, and noon is again it's a 20 minutes thing, okay? So what we'll do in here is just plain move that plus boxing. So there is a good tutorials on boxing that are really, really important for us. And at PM with my son, we have a 45 minutes thing. We'll do more conditioning in here, okay? Because we do need a bit of groundwork plus conditioning. Short. And we'll repeat this in here. It does like fighting. It's a fun thing. It does like sparring with the helmet. So if you have a partner, you can spar. If not, you do shadow boxing. Okay. So shadow, and we can put conditioning, and same thing in here. Conditioning seal plus shadow or fighting, okay? So we got boxing in here. Of course, we need something more profound to start building up the recovery. But at the end of the night, I think some yoga routines are really, really important, okay? So we'll focus this one in here. Yoga. And yoga will do a set of asanas that are available. So if you guys need, just ping me. Yoga and TRS yoga. Okay, we have very few things to fulfill. I like Saturday to be open, but one thing is important is to let me finalize the. Okay, so conditioning, boxing. MovNat. I like to repeat things. I know boring is good. Boxing. The cool part is that I now have the ability to train with Portugal. That's really, really good. Okay. And in here, MovNat plus Krav. Okay, so. Saturday, long hike, just something with my family. And by PM, we should also do some conditioning. Okay, and some BJJ as well. That's it. That's how the week looks like. Okay, so it's a long week. An important thing is to highlight the most intensity days, the ones that you focus on blasting everything. And I do. In here I teach, so I don't want to be tired. That's it. Okay, when you teach, you shouldn't be tired. You should be okay to teach others and to think about what do they want. Since they are there, you need to give them the best that you have. That's it. In those days, don't be tired. But on Tuesday, I can go all the way. Okay, so this session in here, the The PM with my son, the highest one with the highest intensity one. And also on Wednesday, the same thing in the afternoon. So very high intensity ones in here, because for example, speed in terms of the neuromuscular connections, it's very, very demanding, okay? Then those skippings, those changing directions, it's gonna affect the brain. And although it might not be as intense in terms of you getting too tired, it's the brain will get tired to respond to many stimulus. So got 2 days of intensity, and we do need to put one more day, and I'll bring Friday morning to light up the end of the week. Okay, so 3 days of very high intensity in there, and the rest should be fine. Okay, that's how the week looks like. I'm very happy because I learned in this week that about the limiting beliefs, and since today is Father's Day as well, so for all the ones that have sons, or that have their sons nearby or not nearby, happy Father's Day. Hope you enjoyed the plan. Hope you guys enjoyed the limiting beliefs schema or change. I'll put something more in the notes. If you want to contact me again, I really been learning so much with that book, guys, that it's been good. But much more learning in here with my folks. The COVID has these things. It makes you learn if you want to. Sometimes I even don't want to, but it's a change. Understanding limiting beliefs, working to them. Big schema for the week. Massive help from Portugal, from Krav Maga in Portugal, with the schemas to do in my classes. It does help to go into a place and work out while someone gives you and you trust them. That's really important. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, I'm really available, or I'll make myself. Terry, welcome. Terry is one of my fine students that she got back to practice this week. And Pedro, a good friend. So don't fall, technology, don't fall. So I've highlighted the plan for the next week. We are in the second week of this big 6 weeks plan or bucket of things where a lot of work needs to get done. I'm sure I'll have Terry in here one of the days, or more than one. Because we have, I don't know if you guys know, but on the outside in my garden, I'm building up what's called a combat circuit. And it's like, it's really fun, okay? I expect that I can do all of my things out there, moving up more to the outdoors, and moving much more into a more connected life with the outdoors, because self-defense needs to be done outdoors. Of course, it can happen in the class, but the outdoors give you much more. Hi, hello. The outdoors will give you a much more real perspective on how to utilize the self-defense aspect of the mostly self-defense aspects of Krav Maga. So lessons from today, from last week, a week on the starting to rise in the 6 weeks plan. The most important thing for me was finding my partner in here. It's really been helping, and also planning to do much more, not just do a thing, planning to do much more than what was out there. Okay, so I really want this week, the objective is to go to do it all, if possible surpass. That's it. We'll talk about next week. I think it's about goals, but let's see where the book takes us, okay? Because we are following that book in the next 6 weeks. It could be even be earlier. Enjoy. Take care of your limiting beliefs. Train Krav Maga. Go beyond Krav Maga with me. And speak soon.